Every place else has guards. The rat guards must be watching from someplace.
Rats? These awful creatures make me want to stampede.
I haven't seen this many rules since I was in school. Sure wish I could play one of those. Interesting little artifact, isn't it? Hey, those are really stacked. Just your basic cheese. Yum. A very good year. Just your basic goblet. So that's what time it is. Good day to you, sir.
Day it is. Good it is not.
We are in need of information.
What sort of information?
I am curious about the history of the rat tribe. What can you tell me?
I have no time for a history lesson. You should schedule an appointment with one of our historians.
Your historians?
That's right. We rats are one of the few tribes that can tell you about our history, for we've kept records since time immemorial.
Then you are one of the older races?
That's right. According to legend, we were the first race to be morphed. This may account for our copious record-keeping.
Do you have actual records of contact with the humans?
Ah, records of the humans. Those records are quite vague. They suggest that the humans kept our ancestors in cages while they bestowed the gift.
The gift?
That is what our people call the giving of self-awareness to morphs.
And what happened after you were given this gift?
Details are sketchy. Apparently, our ancestors worked with humans on a regular basis. In fact, they taught us their language and script.
Your ancestors served the humans?
Serve them? Of course not. We are not servants. We help them in their scientific experiments, on some level.
Then the rats and the humans must have been great allies.
Not so. Even though some humans worked with us, most of their race had great prejudice and fear toward us. They would drive us away or kill us if they could. Morphed and unmorphed alike, some had such hatred for us that they would hunt us down and set traps to catch us.
What did your people do?
What we had to do to survive. We segregated ourselves from man and built dwellings under the ground where we would be safe from those that would harm us. We continued that lifestyle even after the humans vanished.
And you believe these legends?
I believe all legends are part fact and part fiction. Which is which, only our ancestors knew for sure.
And your job is to watch this door?
It is not. I am no mere watchman. There are several of us who take turns watching the door. My main duty, however, is keeping track of our trade balance with other tribes.
What is your main form of exchange?
We deal mostly in information. Whatever skills we have come from our vast storehouse of written knowledge.
How did you get this job?
It is a trade that was passed down from my father and from his father before him.
You've been doing this a long time, then?
As long as I can remember. My father would bring me to this very room, even when I was very young, and teach me about this trade.
Do you enjoy this job?
Enjoy? Enjoy? What kind of question is that? It is my job. It is what I do for the good of my society. My personal enjoyment does not enter into it.
You've been doing this a long time, then?
As long as I can remember. My father would bring me to this very room, even when I was very young, and teach me about...
Tell us more about your society. Tell us about your people.
For one thing, we like to be left alone.
Really? Why is that?
Because we are usually too busy to make idle chit-chat. Therefore, our contact with other races is usually limited to what is necessary for trading.
But there were several rats at the puzzle tournament. In fact, it was a rat who beat me.
That's true. We seem to have a great skill for puzzle solving. So several of our younger members do enjoy getting out and dealing with other tribes at these events. It's just a phase, however, and usually doesn't last long. They soon return to the solitary lifestyle.
What do you do for fun?
Our pastimes are mostly intellectual. Games, puzzles, anagrams, the like. Physically, we enjoy foot races and hide and seek. Now, if you will excuse me, I must get back to my work.
You are indeed a most interesting race. We would like an audience with your leader.
An audience with our leader? An audience with our leader? Do you have an appointment?
We do not.
Then an audience is impossible.
Why?
Why? Because he only receives visitors from mid-morning until mid-afternoon every other day during the week, and from noon until dusk on the other two. On the day of Throne, he receives only invited guests from dusk until midnight, and on the day of Death, he receives no visitors whatsoever. Therefore, you will have to wait for your audience.
But, good sir, you do not understand. I wish to see your leader, and I wish to see him now.
I beg your pardon?
I have no time to trifle with rules and bureaucratic red tape. Show us in, or I shall have my friend use you as a battering ram.
Such insolence.
Call it what you will. Just know that our mission is one of the utmost importance, and we will use any means necessary, including force, to accomplish it.
I see. I should tell you that with one blow of this whistle, I will have a company of rat guards here before you are able to cross the room.
Yes, but...
Have you ever seen a squad of rats on the attack?
No, but
We are known as some of the fiercest warriors in the land because we overwhelm our foes by our sheer number.
Well,
Then we gnaw upon our victims until they are helpless from pain and loss of blood.
Surely you...
Then we stake them out in the blazing sun for several days until their wounds become infected and their skin turns to leather.
Perhaps if we...
Then we use that leather to bind our books. In fact, this very book was bound from a particularly belligerent ram who thought he could just barge in. What do you think of that?
I think I'd better try a different tactic. I have an idea to distract him. Play along. We'd like to make an appointment.
Very well, then. What is your name again?
My name is Riff of the Fox Tribe.
Riff of the Fox Tribe. And you are...
This is Who Are You of the Boar Tribe. And Yasser I Am of the Elk Tribe.
You are who?
No. Yasser I am.
No, who are you?
That's me.
You? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
Who are you?
I said I'm the doorkeeper.
I may need a disguise. Interesting design. It's sealed shut. I wonder what the word quarantine.
You can take off that cloak now, young fox. You can take off that cloak now, young fox.
You sure have a lot of stuff in here. You sure have.
You must have had a long journey. So tell me, how did you manage to get past the doorkeeper?
My friends and I provided him with a diversion.
Quite clever. But then I could tell you were clever at the puzzle tournament.
Aha, so that's where we have met before.
Yes. I am called Sist, and I was there to witness your defeat at the hands of Scory.
Scory was lucky.
Sometimes all that stands between a winner and a loser is a little bit of luck. Now then, why are you here?
My friends and I are investigating the disappearance of the Orb of Storms. We are at a loss as to where to start, and have heard that you know many things. Can you help us?
We have knowledge, but we are not clairvoyant. We must have clues, something to go on. Have you any clues?
I've found what might be a clue.
Let me see it then.
I have made a plaster cast of a footprint found at the scene of the theft. Can you identify it?
It looks familiar. I will have to consult with some of my associates. At any rate, it will not be enough for a positive identification. What other clues have you? Ah, sour berries.
What, you recognize them?
Indeed I do. These are very rare and grow only in certain places.
Where? You must tell me.
This, together with the footprint, tells me all I need to know.
Who is it? You must tell me.
Not so fast. My knowledge does not come cheap.
But I have very little money.
Who mentioned money? It is information that I desire.
What is it you wish to know?
For weeks we have heard rumors of strange goings-on at the court of the Boar King. This has caused great consternation among my people, for we do not trust the boar.
That is a sentiment shared by most races.
I want you to go to the Boar King's court and see what you can find out.
But I was just there.
I find that hard to believe. Have you any proof?
I did find this ring at the bottom of his mud bath.
What were you doing in his...
Never mind. It's a long story.
Ah, this is good. This is very good. I mean, this is bad. Do you know what this ring means?
It has the head of a wolf on it, so I assume it belongs to a member of the wolf tribe.
It is more than that. This insignia is that of a wolf captain. That means there have been military meetings between the wolf and the boar.
How do you know the ring wasn't stolen? Or maybe the wolf captain lost it?
First, the wolf captain is constantly surrounded by guards. You cannot steal from him. Secondly, the ring cannot be lost because it is never taken off, except under very special circumstances, like the pledging of a very solemn troth.
What kind of troth?
It is that which fills me with fear. Whatever unholy alliance has been formed between the wolf and the boar, it can only mean trouble for the rest of the tribes. And I believe it all revolves around the missing orb.
Then it is all the more important you tell me what I need to know. The footprint and the sour berries, to whom do they belong?
The footprint belongs to a raccoon.
A raccoon?
A rather large male in his mid-30s, I'd say.
But raccoons are pretty rare in these parts.
This raccoon isn't from these parts. The sour berries only grow at very high altitudes. Most of the raccoons have settled on an island far to the north of the known lands. Whatever raccoon made this footprint obviously brought the berries with him from the north. It is there your answers lie.
Then I had best be on my way. Time grows short. Fare you well, friend Sist. Let us both hope my mission is successful.
Wait! Take this wolf's head ring with you. It may prove valuable. If nothing else, it may provide you with some capital in an emergency.
But this was to be your payment.
The information you brought me is payment enough. Now go, and may Hrone go with you.
Thank you, friend Sist. Rat cloaks, and they look about my size. I can get it when I leave.
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm the door.
Who are you?
I said,
Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper.
Hello, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you still here? Have you something else to ask me?
Would you trade the map for a repaired light catcher?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I know who can repair the piece from your light catcher. If you allow us to use your map to go into the wildlands, I will see to it that your light catcher is repaired. Do we have a bargain?
I will make you a counter-proposal. While you are getting the piece from my light catcher repaired, I will make you a duplicate of my map. It will be ready by the time you return, Fair enough?
Fair enough. If you wrap the piece of the light catcher so it may be transported safely, we shall be on our way.
My friends, the broken piece is now in your care.
We'll be on our way.
Good luck to you.
What odd pieces of glass.
I like these high...
I'll never remember all the...
Good day. May I show you some of my glass items?
No, thank you. Actually, I have a glass item to show you. We need to have this repaired or have a duplicate made. Can you do it?
These are most unusual. From whence did these pieces come?
An instrument called a light catcher.
This is new to me. To construct a piece to these exact specifications is beyond my skill.
Then we are doomed.
Not so fast. Let us go to the lodge. We can ask Sokka. If she cannot help us, perhaps she will consult the one who knows all.
What is this lodge you speak of?
The lodge is our gathering place. It is the place where we share information and ideas of how to build things better.
How many are there of you at this lodge?
Sometimes 20, sometimes 30.
23.
We gather there every day before sundown. In fact, the meeting should be starting very shortly.
Who is Sokka?
Sokka is our chief builder and the head of our association.
And she will know how to repair the glass?
If she doesn't, she will have the best chance of finding someone or something who can.
Who is the one who knows all?
The one who knows all speaks to us. He tells us how to build things and answers our questions. However, we do not understand most of what he says.
Where can we find him?
The one who knows all is not in the body. He speaks to us through unit.
Please go on.
Perhaps I've said too much already. I would prefer to let Sokka explain.
Then we shall most gratefully meet with you and the others at the lodge. Please try not to intimidate the ferrets.
Who, me?
And since there is a large head and a small head on the same hammer, you won't have to carry as many tools.
Friends, may I have your attention? These travelers have come to us with a most perplexing problem.
Indeed. How may we be of help?
I am in possession of a most unusual piece of glass. However, it is broken, and I must either get it repaired or have a new one made.
This piece of glass is warped. I cannot clearly see through it.
It is part of a wondrous apparatus called a light catcher. It makes objects that are far away look very near.
That is quite amazing.
Perhaps you could consult the one who knows all.
What do you know of the one who knows all?
Only that you turn to him when all else fails. Please, can you not consult him now? It is a matter of life and death.
Very well. We will show the glass to Unit and...
Wait! Only a member of our guild may speak with the one.
Then he shall be an honorary member.
The rest of us had to pass a test to prove our worthiness. Tradition must be upheld.
Yes, I say we give him our test.
That's right. Even a mere honorary member must pass our test. Test! Test! Test!
What is this test you speak of?
It is a test of your cleverness. If you pass, I will consult on your behalf. If you fail, you must look elsewhere for your solution. This is based on an ancient drawing made by the humans. You must arrange the pieces in their proper place within the frame. Each piece must fit perfectly. They cannot overlap. Do this, and you will prove your worth.
Then bring on your test.
Very well. Bring on the tanagram.
Hey, Fox, would you like a hint?
Riff, I hereby grant you honorary membership in the Ancient and Honorable Order of Tinkerers, Fabricators, and...
All right, let's get on with it.
Here is Unit. Have you ever seen such a marvel?
I cannot be sure, but I believe that is an orb.
Could it be the Orb of Storms?
Not if they've had it as long as they say they have. It must be another orb.
We sometimes refer to it as the Orb of Hands.
This little ball knows everything?
If we ask the question properly, he will give us answers. Oh, one who knows all, we need your help. These travelers have come many miles to ask you a question. Speak to them and give them the benefit of your vast knowledge.
Unit functioning. Input query.
What?
That means you may ask your question.
Oh, one who knows all, I bow to you.
Correct.
What?
Bending of torso at waist and lowering until perpendicular with standing surface, returning to original position, correctly identified as bow.
I told you we don't always understand him.
We were wondering if you could identify these.
Composition of object. Amorphous inorganic mixture of silicates formed by a fusion of silica and oxides of boron, with potassium as a flux and lime as a stabilizer.
Can you tell us how to make another?
State origin of glass.
It is part of an instrument called a light catcher.
Term light catcher unknown. Further information required.
It brings things far away near.
Insufficient information.
It goes inside of a tube.
Insufficient information.
What more information does Little Ball need?
Unit requires proper identification of glass apparatus, or alternate name for instrument of origin.
All I know is it's from a light catcher.
There is no reference in memory files to the term light catcher.
So much for the one who knows all.
Perhaps light catcher is not the proper name.
You could be right. If the apparatus is as old as you say it is, the one may know it by a different name.
Then there must be a record of it.
Those records would be ancient. Where would they be?
If anyone has records going back that far, it would be the rats.
Perhaps this excellent craftsman will provide a solution to our problems.
I wonder if these guys are handy around the house.
Wait! You're not allowed in there!
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper.
Who are you?
I said I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
I may need a disguise.
Anything more I can do for you?
What odd pieces of glass. We must find out what this confounded thing is before we continue. It is like no glass I have ever seen, but the pieces fit together to form a circle.
So I see. I have seen something like this before, when I was young. I was sent to study ruins believed left by the humans. Where is that book? The sign out front read observatory and contained the most wondrous things. One of them was a huge round tube with glass of differing thickness throughout it.
Was it a light catcher?
Not exactly. From what I understood, it was more of a light bender. But it made the stars seem close enough to touch. Ah, I remember. It was called a telescope, and the piece of glass called a lens.
I will return to the orb and see if it recognizes
Scope, telescope, and lens.
I am in your debt, friend Sist.
Who are you?
I'm the doorkeeper.
Who are you?
I said I'm the doorkeeper. Who are you?
Who are you?
Tell us about the lens.
Accessing. Correct. Item is a lens with a refractive index of 1.52. Lens conforms to formula 1 over f times quantity n minus 1 times quantity 1 over r1 minus 1 over r2, where n is the refractive index of the glass, r1 the radius, f is focal point, and r2 the radius of the second surface.
Can you tell us how to make another?
State origin of glass.
Telescope. It's a lens from a telescope.
Theoretically possible to make if specifications followed exactly.
Glassmaster, can you do it?
I'll do what I can. Very well, Unit. Suppose you and I get to work.
Glassmaster, what news have you? Have you been successful?
Well, yes and no.
I like the first part best.
I was able to construct the lens from the instructions given by Unit. However, it is still too rough. Unit says I need polishing rouge to polish the lens to its proper smoothness, but I have none.
Is there anything we can use as a substitute?
Not to my knowledge. I am unfamiliar with the use of rouge.
Tell me, Glassmaster, what is your opinion?
Perhaps I can try a harsher polish on the lens. It may help it, but it may also ruin it beyond repair.
What are the chances for success?
Slim. Very slim.
Friend Sokka, what is your opinion?
Perhaps there is a substitute we can use for polishing rouge.
But we're not even sure what polishing rouge is. We certainly don't know what to substitute for it.
Perhaps the one who knows all can tell us.
Yeah, excuse me, Orb.
Unit functioning.
Unit, we have no polishing rouge. Is there anything we can substitute for it?
Qualities and properties of rouge can only be duplicated by soil composed solely of red clay, which is ground into the finest powder. Clay must be pure and free of any chunks. Any imperfection in the substance will result in damage to glass.
Then we may be doomed. I know of no clay. And where can we find this pure red clay?
Location unknown.
Unknown?
Pockets are known to exist in this area, but exact locations are unknown.
Glassmaster, any ideas?
Fine red clay. I wouldn't know where to find it.
Sokka, do you know where the clay might be?
I have no idea.
Ia, can you think of any place for red clay?
No, I can't.
I can't remember red clay anywhere we've been.
Neither can I, except in the Boar King's mud bath.
What?
Yes, that's what the Boar King uses to make his special mud. Finely ground red clay.
Do you mean that I was up to my waist in red clay and didn't even know it? No. No!
What will you do now? The last time we saw the Boar King, we barely escaped with our lives. We dare not try it again.
What will you do?
The only thing we can do.
Well, if it isn't the little thief again!
I wonder what he wants this time.
Ha 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 ha!
Come on, Ak. We've got better things to do.
Well,
I want...
Well, I see our presence here is not appreciated. We shall have to take our truffle news elsewhere.
Wait! Truffle news?
That's right. In our journey, a field rich with truffles was found by the eagle nose of our friend Ak.
Eagle nose?
Whatever. We thought that we would share this news with the Boar King. After all, there are more than enough truffles in this field to provide everyone in the castle with a sumptuous repast.
A lot of truffles?
Oh yes, a whole field full of them. But with the reception we've received, I don't think I care to share that information.
Oh, you must forgive me. I've had a very bad day. I'm sure the king will want to hear of this immediately.
Very well. Open the gate.
Go ahead, Riff.
Your Majesty, it is the fox, Riff. He requests an audience with you. A fox? He just doesn't learn, does he? Very well. Send him in. It will amuse me.
Your Majesty.
Tempting fate, my young foolish friend. Why are you here?
I was going to come in here and beg for mercy. I was going to plead for clemency. I was going to grovel at your feet and appeal to you for the release of my friend. I was going to strip myself of every vestige of dignity I have left for your pleasure. But now, I don't think I'm going to.
Did I miss something?
Where does Unit live?
It is kept in a hiding place where no one would ever think of looking. We bring him out to talk to the One and to see him sparkle.
You call Unit it and move it about, yet you say he speaks to you.
He does not live as you or I live. He is beyond life and death.
What kind of morph is the one who knows all?
He is not morph, he is knowledge. We understand little of what he says, but sometimes in his words we find the answers to our building problems.
How does he speak to you?
He speaks to us through Unit. We do not know if the One is far away, and we only hear his voice through Unit. Or if Unit actually contains his essence, we only know that the One is pure wisdom.
Where did the One come from?
No one knows. Unit was found among some ruins and brought to our village by our ancestors long ago.
How old is he, it?
There is talk he may go back to the time of the humans.
Oh, them again.
Anyway, records of him go back as far as our own history. He is our best-kept secret. No gift will be necessary.
How long before we know if the mud works?
We'll know in short measure, but my confidence in its success is great. This is excellent. Exactly what Unit requested.
So this is the lens. It's beautiful. What an odd design. How does it work? Hello, sir.
Ah, it's you. I was beginning to think I'd never see you again.
That thought crossed our minds several times as well.
Well, did you do it? Did you fix my light catcher?
That I did, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. How I've longed to see my beloved horizon, the stars, the moon. Oh, how can I ever thank you?
By fulfilling your part of the bargain.
Yes, we want the map.
Of course, it's right here. In fact, I've only now finished it. A traveler was through a couple of days ago. He was from the north and was on his way back there. He gave me a great deal of information, which I've included on this map.
How fortunate!
Yes, in fact, he was quite forthcoming with his information. For a raccoon.
A raccoon?
That's right, a big fellow too. I told him about your quest, and he was quite interested in it. That's when he started giving me all the information.
Tycho, can you remember which additions you made from the raccoon's information?
Why, yes, I can.
Kindly remove them from the map. This information I do not trust. The trail is warmer than we thought.
It's ready.
We've not a moment to waste. Let us be off.
Let's see where we are. Very well then. We have the map, fresh provisions, and a noble purpose. What more could we possibly ask for?
Mud!
I promise that upon the completion of our mission, you shall swim in the sod to your heart's content. Now then, let us be off.
Wait, you are Riff, are you not?
Of that I plead guilty. Who are you?
I am servant to Alara, High Priestess of the Orb of Storms. She has sent me here with a most solemn request.
If it is within my power to help Ilara, I shall gladly do so.
News has reached her that you are bound for the Wildlands. She asks that you deliver this letter to her sister, Alama.
Ilara has a sister in the Wildlands?
Yes. Alama was always the adventurer of the two. Quite a loner. When she was quite young, she chose to live in seclusion in the Wildlands. They have not seen each other in many years.
But how shall I find her?
We do not know. Perhaps she will have to find you. At any rate, if you can find her, Alara would be most grateful.
I am happy to be of service. Tell Ilara I will try to make the delivery. Let us make haste, fellows. Our quarry beckons, and we must answer.